All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful day. I got another watch list for you, and thankfully, today was a little slow, so it gives us some time to talk about this, and I have 3 reasons why the rally might start to slow down. It may be time, but thankfully, I'm early sometimes, so it doesn't have to end. Literally, right now, if the market could hold these levels, this would be the best summer for stocks ever. Isn't that hard to believe? I don't know. I can't really ration. I'm like, it felt so miserable, but not really. But I get, okay, anyways, but it's crazy. We got a lot to talk about. I got the plays for you. I have 3 of them that you should be watching and a couple of plays that I made. And then I got 1 play that I want you to watch. I am not in it, but hopefully this has been helping out as of late. I have been trying to highlight these. So I got one of those, a quick little market recap, and then the 3 reasons, and then where we go from here. So Chad, I hope you're ready. We got a lot ahead, and now too, to even address yesterday's video, I'm sure you saw the news here after hours, Ryan Cohen decided to sell, and even yesterday's video, you know, I was trying to highlight that he had a notice of intent to sell, and now people were saying that I said that he sold, and I was like, what? Hold on. And then I did go back through the video. It was around like 8 minutes in when I went over the play. I said it twice, and I was referencing this whole intent to sell. I know sometimes I talk fast and all that, especially when I'm getting into the plays, but literally, we were just trying to highlight that notice of intent and what could probably happen from there. And I said, if he did sell, it could probably lead to a mutiny. So we will see. It's all love. You know, we got like even reported for that video and a bunch of other things. I hope you guys realize, you know, we had BBB on the way up. You could check it out there. We sold out before anybody talked about it. Had a nice 500%, but we're not trying to call anybody dumb. We're not trying to do FUD and bring people down. You know, I just wanted to highlight it, and it gets you some good views sometimes, but above all else too, I just wanted to highlight that notice of intent to sell. I know some people got mad. The situation's over. You see how it has settled out there, but honestly, man, just know that Chad loves you. We want to give information. You could always disagree or whatever it may be. We just ask that it's done respectfully, and most of you did. So at the end of the day, I hope that clears it up. I know I did say he sold. I did mean it in another context, but unless you watch that video 8 minutes in, you never heard me say that he sold. So just keep that in mind and watch the videos, and we love you. But thank you for everything, honestly. But we gotta cue up the intro. But you know why I'm wearing this shirt? Because it makes me feel relaxed. I don't know. Is this just me? Like these button down, like linen shirts, bro? I don't know. It feels like cool, calm. Like I want to pray. Man, I don't know. It feels good, but okay, run it.
Walking to the couch, it's the joints on the legs. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Feel how I feel, then you feel like it's a blessing. I just want the lesson. I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but the sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
But as far as the keys, like I said, nothing really happened today. You did get jobless claims data in the morning, and it came in below expectations. It's just like kind of at that point where it's still kind of elevated. And the thing to keep in mind, that jobless claims was elevated even after we got that really, really bullish non-farm payroll. Remember, it was a giant beat, but there was that. Turkey decided to cut rates even though they have 70% inflation. Egypt decided to not raise rates by 50 basis points when they were expecting. Shout out Egypt, baby. Amen. But point is, we didn't really get much, but anything with these central banks, it did kind of highlight a little bit of a shift, but a lot of this is kind of the digestion from the minutes yesterday, as well as that UK CPI. That one was a big deal, and we saw a lot of things move, but there was that. That was the rundown, and now getting into these keys and why I might think it is time that we could see the rally go down. I'm going to start with number 1, and then I'm going to give you a little bit more explanation, but number 1, the big option expiration tomorrow. So what I'm expecting from the market and how it's going to move, I am literally expecting a big move down to as low as 411. But if it's not a big move, I really think it's going to stay within a couple points, 425 to 427, maybe a little higher. And why I say that is that I think that is where the market makers make the most money if we just stay here. A lot of people have brought up that 411, 410 max pain, and that's why I'm saying I think we're either going to watch a lot of calls fall out the money and end at a level tomorrow, or they're going to kind of hold it up here, let a lot of the puts expire, and then pay out 5-10% in the money on some of those 400s and 410s or whatever. But now with that being said, I want you to understand a little bit more of what we've been talking about. I'll start with something small. As far as tomorrow, do I think tomorrow is all about the move, or this is what will make things start coming down? No, I am using tomorrow to see where we close and see if you get that breakdown momentum to 411. That will tell you a lot, and maybe this and what I'm talking about will happen faster. Otherwise, I really think it's going to be all about leading into next week and getting into more data. So why do I say that? You remember what I've been telling you. I was saying August 10th, we get through that one, it opens up a window until the next set of data. If we get through that data, it opens up a window until the next set of data, and that still applies. I do still think we are in that window of bullishness. Obviously, some things are changing, and that's what I'm going to highlight here with the next two things, but overall, I still believe in that window, so that's why I'm saying I could end up being pretty early on this, but all I'm saying is maybe things can change a little faster, but more importantly, I want to see if there's anything that will kill momentum until the next window, and that next window, it is going to be the PCE next week. So keep all of that in mind, but that options expiration, this could change a lot. And finally, the only last point with that one, I've told you guys this, you've seen it if you've been watching this year. Out of like, I think 4 of the last 6 big expirations, or it's like 3 out of 6, I think about 50%, we have seen very sizable and big moves following the expiration. So we'll see if it frees up some gamma and where we go from there. But that's the first reason. Now, reason number 2, why we might see the rally deteriorate a little bit. We saw this today. The dollar is now at the level above the Fed meeting and the CPI. So here is the Fed meeting. Dollar is above that now, or it's getting to the first point after the big breakdown. And then this other point, that's CPI. But with the dollar going back up, this is not good. And remember, I told you the dollar going up is like a visual representation of Powell tightening more. And really, that's what we got from the minutes. People are kind of questioning 75. They're going to wait on the data in that window. But for the most part, it looks like this idea of them slowing down or like stopping, that's not going to happen. And now we're watching that play out with other factors like the UK currency and what their reaction was with the CPI yesterday. But the main point is, we've been saying the market's been ignoring the dollar, but now if we start breaking out to these levels, maybe the market will start actually responding to that. So that is something you want to watch. But now this is where it gets interesting. Look at TLT. This thing is like pinned right at the Fed level. And remember, I told you with bonds, if TLT goes up, that's worry about recession. If it goes down, it's worry about inflation. Ironically, it is at the same place from the last Fed meeting, but now the dollar is getting to the level where it's starting to strengthen. So keep that in mind. But if the dollar goes crazy and we see a market response, you might watch that get in the way of the rally here. And then finally, number 3, I said this yesterday again, man. I just say this for information and to tie it in, bro. Like I'm saying, I hope you guys know, like for real, like the fact I'm taking time, I'm not trying to like glow on it. I don't want to be aggressive with you. All I'm saying is like, this is how I am digesting things, and I can be wrong, and you do not have to agree. But Ryan Cohen, he bagged 56 million in profits. Again, he sold out over like 270, 300 million, but he walked away with 56 million net in profit. But like I said yesterday, maybe this starts a mutiny, but with watching BBBY, AMC, and all of them after the bell, this could slow down some of this growth stock rally, and that's what I'm worried about now, because we want to see, okay, if there's a big option expiration, a lot of options get cleared out, it's going to free up movement, dollar starts going up again, and now you don't get that like sense of support from like retail growth, long duration, all of that. Well, maybe this could slow things down, and maybe we'll see what it does to sentiment. But overall, what this is boiling down to, that big expiration tomorrow coming into next week, we want to see, does this stop or slow us down leading into the next window of data, which could keep things going or now confirm more of a downtrend. So I hope you're ready. But Let us get into the play. So I said that one weird, I feel like, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, but anyways, as far as the play, I got 3 that I have or that we made and then 1 that I want you to watch. But number 1 is going to be Apple. And I hope you remember this play because in the beginning of the year, I played it similarly. It worked half of the time. It didn't work the other half. It's pretty much 50-50. There is a lot of risk with it. But why I'm thinking Apple for the downside, if we see all of this materialize, see things slow down, I like the Apple puts, and I made one today. I'll go over it with you, but I believe that they have the most meat on the bone. They're literally a couple dollars from all-time highs, but this is what we learned from last time. It makes it difficult. If they got a lot of meat on the bone, they are going to be harder to kill, and Apple, even though you can make a lie and it's moved up so much, doesn't mean it will drop the same thing as everything else, or even if we see things drop, you may even watch Apple hold up. So that is what I'm worried about, but I started with a $200 debit spread. I grabbed the 165 puts for October. Then I shorted the 150. So $15 difference. It cost me a net debit of around $260. And really, I'm going to hold that one, see how it plays out. And I'm kind of using this as my first one because I wanted to go bigger with it. But like I'm saying, I'm worried. I use the debit spread to take advantage of pretty much any of the premiums, even though they're lower. I just wanted to get closer to the money for cheaper. But if we do get more downside and we could kind of confirm that window deteriorating, then I will definitely start adding more to Apple. And I really, really like that one. But that is number 1. Number 2 now, I made a daily play on this. I got clapped, but overall, I just want to watch this one. This one is actually interesting. Qualcomm, they had a bullish news about their server or getting back into the server game. Even Amazon expressing some interest. So I like it. The stock popped. I feel like if this hit at a different time, it would have sent this stock up 9-10% or something crazy like that. But overall, I think this is good news. I just think the chips have been highly correlated. So if it could shake the chip market and do its own thing, I think that one would be good. But we'll see what happens to those dailies. I might even be willing to add more. But that is play number 2. And then finally, play number 3 before I give you the one you need to watch, JD. I think this one is very interesting because if we get any slowing momentum, I think it's going to affect China. And if you see the daily chart, they've kind of been slipping, and we have had a lot of bad news out of China. Any good news was stimulus because things were bad. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. But even then, if momentum slows down, I really think now if we get a break in any of these, that could open up a whole nother Pandora's box. But I bought those old plays a while ago. If you remember, it was actually only 6 days ago. I grabbed the October 45 puts, but I'm only down like $20 on them or $10 a contract, which is very small. But that is what stuck out to me. I thought that premium was going to be clapped because of how slow it was. I was even down like 30-40% on that play from the moment that I got it. Again, it moved more the day I got it. Now looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute. That one is a little bit weird there, but I think that's saying something and I want to watch it. So definitely keep your eyes out for that. And then finally, number 4, this is the one that you need to be watching. PSX November 105 calls only if it is under $1. Again, I am not in this and I will not buy it unless it goes below $100. This is how I look at contracts. Put it on your watch list and see. And I want you guys to understand cheap contracts or not. But this is where it gets interesting because this play is wicked. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. But let me give you the reasoning. PSX, it's an oil value play just like BP from yesterday. So I want it. But I want you to understand best case, worst case scenario. Best case scenario is that PSX in this contract specifically comes down below $1, but BP stays up and keeps going up. Otherwise, the thing that could most likely happen is that if PSX is going to go down and we get a deal on it, it's probably going to go down with everything else. And then now it's kind of like a, 50-50, you have to pay at the expense. So what I'm saying is best case scenario, we watch them continue to underperform. They announced a deal today and that's what allowed them to underperform. And the whole idea is if we could watch oil go up and these plays kind of calm down, I really think that could be a good deal. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Here's the chart. You'll notice this contract it is already low. It's not as if like this thing is already rocketed. Even from the bottom a couple days ago, August 5th, it was only like 120. So this is where you have to be careful, because I'm like, get a cheap contract, get a good deal. I am just being very picky with this one. Again, I have exposure, but you can see it. It's not like you're paying a bad price, but this is what you got to realize. It could always come down. Even then, if you get it below $1, we're talking a 60% decline from the last trade. It can do it, but this is where it gets a little tricky, because depending on how you look at it, like you zoom in, it looks a little bit different on a 20-day than it looks on a 100-day and everything else. So got to be careful. It's already cheap, but this is what makes it a little interesting. Ties into the other plays. It's already decayed a lot, but there still could be more meat on the bone. You got to find the balance, but keep watch, and hopefully this helps. But those are the main plays. As far as everything else, I think all I did the Qualcomm, the Apple, and then I sold out of my SE put. We had this one yesterday. We played it on earnings. I bought it for 70 cents, sold out at $1.50. The play dropped 5% today. I thought we'd make more, but this contract was just weird. I didn't like how it was moving. I think it might actually still keep fading, but my worry with the contract was I was like, wait a minute, it's moving up too slow. I said one little bounce, this thing's going to get clapped, then we're back to break even. Then before you know it, it's going to sit there till it decays till 0. So I was like, all right, let's just take it, get the 100%. And then I walked away, and then that was the only other play. As far as what to watch this week, going to be keeping my eyes on Apple, Energy, and UNG. Again, that gamble, not looking good. It popped up today. I think tomorrow will definitely be a make it or break it moment. And then I'm probably going to add one tomorrow. So hopefully we see you on stream for that one. And I think that's pretty much it. And that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. All right, I messed that one up. Take two. Make sure you're hydrated, healthy, ready to go. Make sure you post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember, baby, your life is only what you believe. You can only live at the level of your belief. That is why we will self-sabotage, myself included, bro. I ain't even talking about you. I'm talking about me, man. That's how we get down. It's very simple. If you do not believe, your actions won't line up with it. That's why you will pray for peace while raising hell, my friend. This is how it gets down. You gotta believe in yourself, my friend, and watch the limits all drop, and watch what's paid. I'm telling you, the world's beautiful. It's out there. You just gotta believe. So, Chad, I hope you're ready. Let's close it out. Another amazing week, man. God bless all of you for riding with me. And hopefully we all remain friends and keep the love in your heart, baby. You know why? We gonna get a real movement going. We gonna get a real retail movement going. If you heard any of the conversations today, I already got on the phone. I already called them. I called who we needed to call. I said we got to set it up. If we are gonna do it, I got 4 different companies where you already know. But finger to the sky, you know? Because we can't do anything without finger to the sky. You get it? That's why I said this is divine. It's destined. Everything is here for the right moment at the right time. You even listen to this. Like, why are you listening? How did you get here? Why are you still watching? You know what It's divine. So let's go, baby. I'll see you in the morning. You better pump it up and come with the hype tomorrow. And the Chad loves you, baby. Have a wonderful evening. Peace out. Peace it or cut it out. You remember, what is it? Cut it out. Yeah, cut it. Oh, okay, bye.